A person's greatness is not determined by their circumstances, but by the way they think. This timeless truth has been proven again and again through the lives of successful people. As Napoleon Hill once said, "What you think about, you become." But if this is true, why do so many people still struggle to succeed? Why do so few recognize their own potential? Today's story will answer these questions, and it begins at a crowded railway station. In the middle of a busy platform, there lived a beggar. Every day he survived by stretching out his hand and asking passengers for a few coins as they waited for their trains. This was his life. This was his identity. Or so he believed. One day, he noticed a well-dressed businessman step onto the platform. His polished shoes, expensive suit, and confident posture made him stand out. The beggar thought to himself, "This man must be very rich. If I ask him for money, he will surely give me a generous amount." Filled with hope, he approached and held out his hand. But instead of giving him money, the businessman looked straight into his eyes and asked calmly, "Do you always just take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar froze. No one had ever asked him such a question before. "Sir, I am only a beggar," he replied softly. "I survive by asking for alms. I have nothing to give." The businessman smiled gently. "If you believe you have nothing to give, then you also have no right to ask for anything. I believe in exchange. If you can offer something, I will give you something in return. But if you have nothing to give, neither can I." With those words, the businessman boarded his train and disappeared. The beggar stood there in silence, his mind spinning. The words echoed in his head again and again. If you want to receive, you must first give. For the first time in his life, he questioned everything he believed about himself. That night, he could not sleep. One question tormented him. What do I have to give? 2 days passed, and for the first time, he did not beg. He only observed and thought. On the third day, as he sat quietly, his eyes caught sight of a patch of wildflowers growing near the railway tracks. Their colors were bright, alive, beautiful. And suddenly, an idea sparked in his mind. What if I give people a flower in exchange for their money? Inspired, he gently picked a few flowers and returned to his usual spot. When someone handed him a coin, he smiled and offered a flower in return. To his surprise, people accepted the flowers with joy. Some even smiled and thanked him. As the days passed, something incredible happened. More people started giving him money, not out of pity, but out of appreciation. He noticed a pattern. Whenever he had flowers, the donations were generous. When he ran out, they slowed down. So this is the power of giving, he thought. People respond to value. One day, he saw the businessman again sitting inside a train. Excited, he rushed over. "Sir, today I have something to give you. If you give me money, I will give you flowers in return." The businessman smiled, handed him some cash, and took the flowers. "You have finally understood the true value of exchange," he said. "Today, you are no longer a beggar. You have become a businessman." Those words changed everything. For the first time, the beggar did not see himself as powerless. He saw possibility. He saw purpose. He saw himself differently. And that day, he made a bold decision. He left the railway station and never returned as a beggar again. 6 months later, at the same railway station, two well-dressed men crossed paths. They shook hands politely, but one looked puzzled. "Do I know you?" he asked. The other smiled. "Yes, we have met before, right here, on this platform." The man's eyes widened in disbelief. "Wait, you were the beggar, the one I once refused to give money to." The former beggar laughed softly. "That was me, but today I am no longer a beggar. I run a successful flower business, and I am traveling to expand it further." The businessman stared at him in amazement. "What changed you?" The flower seller replied calmly, "You taught me one of life's greatest truths. We only receive when we give." That day, I realized I was never truly a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just had to see myself that way. They shook hands once more, now as equals, and boarded their trains, heading toward their respective futures. Life is shaped by how we see ourselves. If you believe you are small, you will remain small. But if you recognize your inner potential, you will discover greatness. Never limit yourself. See yourself as capable, as valuable, as powerful. Because the moment your thoughts change, your future begins to change too. Echo Tales, where stories awaken the power within you.